soul retrieval. It's such a confusing word because it's something about the word. We have to make a definition about what is what. Because we hear the word soul and we think about the religious soul. And that is fine, just in shamanism and in the shaman world, we don't have the same religious classification of the body, mind, soul, been translated into soul retrieval. And that sounds like you get the spiritual dimension that was missing. And it was not the spiritual dimension that was missing, it was part of your dream body. When your dream body is in your physical body, the two of them start to friction, vibrate in a frequency that is the same as we call love. That is the spiritual frequency. We are spiritual beings. We don't need to strive to be better or to follow some rules to be spiritual beings. But the dream body is not the soul. In shamanism, we also talk about the light body. The light body is the soul. It is the vibrations that is going through everything, through stones and trees and other people. And these light bodies is one vibration that is the same. That is the common soul of everything. And also because we create our soul, we have a certain soul that belongs to us, and it's still common, like drops in the ocean. So when we are going to make a dream body retrieval, and that is not less or lower or less religious, less spiritual, it's just more functional. We don't lose our hand to Jesus or God or Buddha or Muhammad or whatever. The religions are part of the communities when they settle down. Shamanism is not a religion. The religion springs out of shamanism, and also in the shaman world it was sacred places. Everything is sacred in the shamanism. It's just, it is also close to science. You have to make a spiritual practice that is functional, that you see is working, that it's connecting you. Otherwise it's just a built up tower with some priests on the top. And that is what often happens when people stop to be nomadic. And in the civilizations, people start to put the religious practice into one part and the daily living in another. So there is a gap, and that's what we call the spirituality. It's on the other side. In shamanism, spirituality is around us. We are spirituality. So a soul retrieval is a dream body retrieval. And what is then the dream body? The dream body is a very complex thing because it is you. The dream body lives inside the container, the physical body. But the physical body is not dead without the dream body. So it's not the dream body that keeps it alive. But if the dream body is out of the physical body, we start to be like what they say, vegetables. We can still, or zombies, we just exist. We can do some thinking, some logic like a computer, but we have no soul, and that is the dream body. But it is a part of the mental, the thinking, and our ability to be to visualize, to have dreams, to have hopes. It's connected to our feelings, which again is there just to balance us through the endocrine system. The feelings are not true. The feelings are languages that our body give back to our brain, to our dream body, to maneuver in the world. Somebody is not nice to me, I have to fight back. That is the simplest of feelings. So it doesn't say a feeling, give an impulse, we have to act, but we have to listen it and say, okay, I choose not to fight back, but I choose to learn and to see what is not good enough around me, how they treat me, things like this. Or sometimes if you live in a war society, you want to fight back. The body and the dream body and the soul is neutral, like the mountains and the trees, and we are here to administrate it. Then the bodies and the dream bodies are made so functional that if you experience a shock, a trauma, we make a circuit to be able to go through it, or we hide it in the body until we are ready to find out or resolve how we tackle this, because sometimes it's too much information. Today it's always too much information, and our bodies store the information until we are ready to meditate, to sit down on the lower levels, to fix the weavings, to fix the threads. But we never go on the lower levels because that is looked at like hell or guilt or sin, or is the body is like a animal, or so the religions has made it like the lower is under, is not as good as the higher. It's all interconnected and it's all made by God. So this is not like swearing in the church. This is a needed swearing in the church. The soul retrieval, the dream body retrieval, is to take back that part. Psychologists call it the subconscious, is the dream, is the conscious that belong to the right hemisphere of the brain. The left is just there to observe, is there just to move the Lego from one place to the other. That is the job of the left hemisphere, the logic, the constructor, the one who is there to observate, to make logic, logistics. That is the left hemisphere. It's connected to the feelings, to maneuver the physical body in the physical world. The dream body is to connect the feelings to the mind. It's about receiving information, not through our eyes or ears also, but to connect it into the big pattern. Just one, who you are, and two, your surroundings, and three, the rules of the universe. So when you get a trauma or a shock, you make space for that in your room. The body has many ways to store problems because we need them like a book of learning. That's why we talk about karma. So we store them, but we have to go in and meditate and sort them out. And that is not like we have there is something wrong with us, or we have to use a psychiatrist, or we have to have somebody tell us we are mad or crazy or something. It's just we need the time and the recipe how we go on lower frequencies. Because if we don't use these ways from the shamanic world, and they are also stored in the religions, if we don't use these ways, then our body do it for us by depression, for example, by anxiety, by nightmares. So meditation, all kind of meditation is good. The yoga nidras come out of of shamanism, where we just go in zero. We relax every part of the body to synchronize it. The drum is the same, the dancing is the same. All kind of trance where we are brave enough to go into the lower world. For the dream body, we don't go on the either lower or higher or middle world. We go out on the void. It's like a database. It's like a warehouse for lost parts. And that is why this word, in a way, is good. Is a soul retrieval. We have to go in a system and find that part that belongs to this person, or a part that is similar that can be used to fix the system, to understand. That's why I stored all the experiences of everyone. And it is like the downloadable things that can be reused, so you don't steal from others. It's just experiences that can be used to fix your problem. Very often we can do it ourselves by meditating, but the act of having somebody else do it for you, to go and find it, is what is the job of the shaman, and that is what is called or translated into the word soul retrieval. The shaman go and find this. It's like a car that has a missing part, and the shaman goes to the big warehouse and collect the part and put it back in you. That is soul retrieval. It's very functional. Everything in shamanism is functional. And you can do it yourself, but the name is there for when you are not able to see it or do it yourself. And it's like Jesus says, where two or more are in the same room, is in the middle, because that takes us up to this frequency of love where everything is interconnected. So sometimes the shaman who has this ability to observe and the training is good to go out on the void, out to the warehouse, out to the Akasha archives, and find a similar part. That goes beyond the discussion if it was if we live more lives, or if we just share the spare parts and put them back and forth to, doesn't matter, because we will never know exactly. We know we have memories that is not ours, and we know we are not born like a white tabula rasa. We are born with learning, with some parts put together from other people's lives or from our life. That is, in the shamanic practical view, it's just that everything is sharing, and we are soul clusters, and we can fix it together in the circle.